Frank Ryan died in Dresden and was buried there in 1944. A Republican soldier in the Irish and the Spanish Civil War. But 45 years later, Frank finally made it home, and he's buried in Glasnevin under a granite tombstone. So here's to Frank Ryan and all his Irish comrades, to the Connolly column and all the International Brigades, to the brave men and women and all those who fought the fascist tide. You are history, you are legend, and your sacrifice fills my heart with pride. From all over the world, men of conscience went to fight in Spain, and Frank Ryan from East Limerick, he felt compelled to do the same.
Well, what a fantastic occasion. We're here to unveil a new stained glass window which is dedicated to those men from across Ireland, but particularly from Belfast, who left this city and went to fight fascism in Spain during the Spanish Civil War and lost their lives there. And the stained glass window has been supported by all of the parties in the council, which is an achievement in itself. And we're going to have an unveiling ceremony. We're going to have relatives from across these two islands of those men who did go and fight against fascism here with us to celebrate their sacrifice and their heroism. But it's a fantastic little piece of our shared history here in Belfast. It's a period in history we can be very proud of, when men and women from across the city, from the Falls, from the Shankill, from north, south, east and west, went together to fight fascism. And of course there were Republicans involved in that, there were communists involved in that, there were trade union people, there were unionists, there were nationalists. So it was a broad spectrum of people. There were people who were members of the Féin era, or had been members of the IRA, people like Frank Ryan and many others. So it's a fantastic occasion. And who would have thought Belfast City Hall, an old bastion of, in many respects, of bigotry and conservatism, that we would be unveiling a stained glass window dedicated to men and women who either went and fought or supported those who went and fought fascism in Spain. And it's a fantastic occasion. We're very proud of it.
Our committee thinks it's important because this is it's a substantial memorial to the men who went out to Spain, who took part in this anti-fascist struggle. About 50 of them locally from here, and 12 of them died in Spain. Locally, one of the reasons why this is important is because it was in my opinion, it was a labour movement intervention. You had people from the Shankill, from a Protestant background, people from the Falls, from originally a Catholic background, but a lot of these people were trade unionists, labour people, communists, whatever. They were active in the labour movement, and they felt that we have to do something to stand up for working people. It should be remembered not as anything romantic. It wasn't nice for these men to go to war. A quarter of the Irish volunteers died out there. Another 80 or 90 were seriously injured, people losing limbs, etc. It's not a romantic idea of a war, but it was a lost opportunity. In terms of a local angle, it's one of the examples where working people from both backgrounds came together in common struggle.
Brilliant event tonight in City Hall, the unveiling of the stained glass window in relation to the Spanish Civil War, and of course total political support for it in the council, which was great. We had family members of those with us tonight who fought in the Spanish Civil War against the fascism of Franco, and of course next year there's a couple of big centenaries coming up, but tonight we're remembering people who fought in the Spanish Civil War. Men and women from all over the world, all walks of life and all professions rallied to the call for Spain in terms of defending democracy and of course supporting their counterparts in Spain. So the Spanish Civil War attracted people from all walks of life. People from Belfast made across Ireland answered that call and went to Spain, and some from Belfast gave their lives in defending democracy against fascism.